Alright, what is up, bros? Welcome back to another lifting log. We are at week 13, day 3, our deadlift day. Quite looking forward to this day, to be honest. I was really looking forward to seeing how I was going to feel with deadlifts today. Obviously with like last week, I felt a little bit of kind of twingy. I feel like twingy is too strong of a word. Just like a little tingly kind of sensation in the lower back with the deadlifts. Just, kind of overall tightness kind of thing. So I was going to look forward to seeing how it was going to be. I'm also at a new gym today. I'm at Winners Gym, which is a gym in the UK. That was my first day there. Seems like a quite well-equipped gym. I mean, other than, these plates are a bit worse for wear, but I was in one of the older sort of strength rooms. They have another strength and conditioning room where they have some very nice new fancy plates, which we'll see later on in the video. Anywho, so as you can see here, this is kind of the main breakdown of the day. Got our 5 sets of deadlifts, 4 sets of box squats, 4 sets of RDLs, and 3 sets of lat pull downs. Ignore the 4.5 hours thing. I think I must have clicked on the program at the start of the day to have a look at it, and then kind of left it on. So the timer was just clicking through the whole time. So yeah, we'll ignore that. I'm not sure what happened there. So let's get on with the day. Yeah, I felt pretty good actually. Obviously you guys can let me know what you think of my form overall, but my back felt fine. I felt very good. The lower back, the 160 felt pretty okay. I forgot to record my first set, which was I forgot to record my first set, which I did without a belt. There we go. My sentencing was terrible then. I don't know why. I noticed this guy in the corner when I was setting up. I don't know why I found it quite funny. He just sort of popped his head in, looked, and then thought, nah. I'm guessing maybe he was coming to use a deadlift platform or something, but I don't know. Yeah, he just stuck his head in and disappeared again. So we've got a bit of a further sort of back-ish angle here. And yeah, I felt pretty good today. I didn't have a fixate on too many cues or any of that kind of stuff, because I think the week before I was very, very much focusing on, hip hinging down to the bar, getting the bar, making sure my knees aren't going over, and I feel like all that stuff was kind of putting my sort of, my head out of the deadlifts, which I feel like doesn't make much sense. But I find it harder just to concentrate on just, picking the bar up, which is, all I'm really trying to concentrate on doing. And I think the whole hinging thing was stopping me doing a lot of leg drive. But yeah, I felt much better this week with the deadlifts. So yeah, and this is the last set. This is the AMRAP, which I got 6 reps for in the end. I decided to use straps for these just to make it a bit easier for myself. So I did the whole 4 sets with no straps, just the hook grip. So I feel like it should be fine to use straps for the AMRAP set. So yeah, that is this one. Obviously it messes up the setup a little bit because you start from the bottom. But overall, I'm pretty happy with sort of how my form looks, to be honest. I'm sure some very experienced guys will find some, constructive criticism to give me. But from what I'm looking at, I'm not having, my hips aren't shooting up early. I think my lockout is clean enough anyways. I think I'm, fully locked out, I would say. I hope, in powerlifting terms. And yeah, so pretty good about today. Doing very good. And yeah, the gym as well seems very well equipped. They got I got box squats next, as you can see, and they had one of those safety squat bars, which I've never used before, and they had it here, and I was like, oh, you know what, I might as well give it a go. I'll see how it is, see how it feels. So it's kind of weird to use. I've never used a safety squat bar before. So yeah, I stayed with the same weight, 100. This felt more like an RPE 6, and these sets did. They felt much more like an actual RPE 6. I definitely had more than a couple left in the tank here with most of these sets. They also got chains here as well, which I've not had at any of the gym I've seen that local for that whole kind of like, I'm not sure what you call it. I'm sure some of you guys will know, where you have obviously the chains on the bars, and then the weight kind of changes throughout the range of motion. So obviously, you know, you guys will know what I mean, I imagine. On the last set, I also changed up the bench for these little blocks, so you can see in the right hand side over here, because I felt like I wasn't getting very low. Like my hip is very much high, quite high over the knee, higher than the knee. So I don't think like with this height there'll be a lot of transfer from being like the whole of the squat. So I did transfer over to those blocks, which felt a lot better. I felt like I got more depth, but I guess we'll be able to review that in a sec. Yeah, it's so comfy as well, that saved squat bar. Nice and comfy. Obviously not a great angle for checking depth, but I would obviously my hip I think is about here. So I think it's a bit more depth. Maybe I could get rid of one or two of those blocks to get completely at least parallel. But yeah, I feel like I should look into how the safety squat adjusts for like sort of like quad and whatnot. I mean, the bar's still on your back, but the weight is lower down, so I guess the center of gravity is lower for the weight. And then we move on to RDLs. I think this is their newer, you know, sort of strength and conditioning room. Got some nice fancy big chunky bumper plates here, which will look all nice and pretty. I only recorded one set of these just to have a look. I think back's nice and straight. I mean, I'm happy with that. So you guys let me know if you think my form needs any tweaking here and there. But I'm pretty content with the RDL form. So yeah, a really good session overall. I felt very happy with today. I think the only negative thing about the gym is they have those like communal shower things, and I'm very socially anxious. So like the last thing I want to do is completely be stripped off showering in front of some other people. But it is what it is. I guess it's a good mental developer for in the future. But other than that, the gym seems really, really good. They've got some really nice kit in there that I'm looking forward to using when I change to a less specific training block when I go to like the sort of bodybuilding hypertrophy kind of block sort of program after this. So I'm quite looking forward to that. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for today's training. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for our overhead press day. We'll be back again at the same gym at Winners. I think I'm going to stay here. It's a bit further away than my normal gym, but it's only like an extra 10 minutes sort of commute than my other gym was. So yeah, goodbye guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.